Hey y'all, welcome to Hanging with the Huns. I'm your host Todd, and this is my lovely wife Carrie, co-host.
Hi.
We said we weren't going to do that anymore, but
Yeah.
that's okay. So listen, we're going to talk about something today that we're super excited about, and just want to say right off the bat, we are not doctors. So we are not giving medical advice. We're just letting you know what has happened, what we've been doing in our life lately for the last month. Um, Kind of a personal weight loss challenge or testimony. So I've been. So it's probably a couple years back. I was taking Ozempic, and I mean it was working fine. And I was losing a little bit of weight. It curbed my appetite a little bit, and it was doing what it does, and the it has some side effects for me. Like, well, you're not supposed to drink when you're taking Ozempic, and so every time I'd forget and have myself a drink or something, it would make me very just nauseous and not feeling good. So anyway, there's that, and there's you got to stick yourself with the needle all the time, and so basically, but I was fine with all that, and it was working. I was losing a little bit of weight, and um, then we changed our insurance, and when our insurance changed, my Ozempic was $1,200 a month. And I'm like, oh, so I'm not going to be doing that anymore. Well, I tried to get a discount program, and supposedly they have a discount program, but they don't allow you to get the discount if you have insurance. So I'm like, what the heck? Or might be the other way around. It was like in between when we didn't have insurance. But anyway, so the lowest I could get it was $800 a month, and I'm like, okay, well, to lose 15 pounds for $800, that's crazy. I'm not a celebrity. I can't afford that. So I stopped taking it, and the one thing about Ozempic is you're supposed to take it basically for the rest of your life. It's not some fad thing that you take, to lose 5 pounds and then you drop it, you stop taking it. It's a maintenance thing where you're supposed to take it pretty much for your rest of your life. And I was like pre-diabetic, so that's why my doctor put me on it. And so that was the reason I was getting it. Well, anyway, so a few months later, like a year later, I couldn't afford it. So I just stopped doing it, and I gained all my weight back like super fast. And so I was just like, whatever, it's another thing. And we've tried other weight loss things. We used to do, the shakes. I'm not going to name the name, but y'all know.
That was the first thing that we ever tried to lose weight was back then.
And it worked great. I mean, I lost a ton of weight on that, and it was it was good. Everything was good about it, except it was expensive. So, and it's another thing that you have to keep going, and that one is it's almost like you think you can drink a couple shakes a day and have a reasonable meal for the rest of your life, but no, that's not possible. I don't know. Some people probably can.
No,
anyway, I can't.
And yeah, eventually it does get kind of old, and you want to just be able to eat normal and not have to have shakes. But
exactly.
Yeah.
So once again, I gained all my weight back after we stopped that, because I mean that was really expensive also. So we've just been struggling with that for years. Pretty much all my life I've had weight issues. But
Wait, and then I started to have uh, weight issues, meaning that I started to notice that it wasn't as easy to lose weight. I guess at my age.
Ah, yeah, I forgot about
So that
that.
was my struggle
Me too.
recently, that I would work out and nothing was happening. And I started to wonder, am I in perimenopause, this premenopause thing that I keep hearing all about? And then I'm like, well, it could be that. And, so I'm looking all into that. And then I don't think it really was that. I think I just, I don't know, something was just like keeping the weight right in my belly mostly. Um, it wasn't going away. Whatever. I tried to eat healthier. I was exercising. It was not going away. So that was very frustrating. So I started researching, and I started researching into what Ozempic was, and I wanted to know what is it made of? Why is, or what is it that makes it where people lose weight? And then I started to hear about the natural Ozempic, or it wasn't even natural. It was just another
Alternative.
alternative that was supposed to be like not as expensive. And then I'm like, okay, well, what is that made out of? And then I started researching that, and then I started to listen hormone, and how does it work, and how we have GLP in our body, and that naturally is what breaks down the fat and helps you lose weight. But if it's not working and your body's not creating that itself, that's why it ends up being too hard to lose weight. So then I started looking into, what are there foods that create your GLP to start working so that you can like maybe lose weight. And I started looking at all the foods, and I'm like, well, I'm already eating most of those. And then it suggests like the Mediterranean diet. So of course that's what I was doing too. And then I was like, and then I came across all these videos on social media about this certain type of um, just a drink that you can make. And they're saying, oh, it's only like two things or two or three ingredients in a drink. And they do this whole video you have to watch. And it's so annoying because they don't tell you exactly what's in it. And you're
Right.
watching this whole video and waste all that time. And it's just like, really? You're not going to tell me what the ingredients is, how much I need to put in there, and how often? They give you nothing. And so I'm like, you know what? I guess I got to research this. So I started researching. And they did mention it was apple cider vinegar and
Okay,
the
hold on one second. Before we get into that, I just want to say when I stopped Ozempic, I gained more weight than I've ever had in my life, and I had all kinds of health issues. Um, my sleep apnea was terrible. I couldn't sleep at night. I'd wake up like when I got a test for sleep apnea, and the doctor said it was the worst he'd ever seen. So I was like, okay, there's that. Then I'm like pre-diabetic. I have what is it, plantar fasciitis, and just all, and then I go to the gym to try to work out, and I tear my shoulder. So my like everything is going wrong with me, and I'm like, okay, this is because I'm overweight. It has to be, because I mean, people complain about getting old, but I'm 52 years old. I'm not that old. I shouldn't be like, you know, anyway, I shouldn't be in pain like that and just like falling apart. And cuz I'm super active, I work all day. I'm outside. I'm
yeah, you're not
it
very
I'm
sedentary.
actually in good shape,
Yeah.
other than the shape being round. Um but anyway, I just want to say that because that was like the tipping point. I'm like, I have got to lose weight. And um we just had to figure out another way to do it. And I was like starting shakes again, like
Yeah.
Walmart shakes or whatever, just anything, and nothing was
Yeah, and
working.
the Mediterranean diet,
Yeah.
which they say is the
I
cure
mean,
all and
yeah, we
weight
don't
loss.
it's not like we eat, junk food all
Eating
the time.
less. Yeah, we were doing like all these things, and we still had the cravings,
Yeah.
and we still like were probably overeating, eating more than we need to. Yeah, there's all that.
So fast forward, sorry.
So now I've done the research to find out what these secret ingredients are that nobody wants to share, and found that it's apple cider vinegar, baking soda, and that's it.
Yep.
Now there are different recipes that you could add, like a little bit of honey, cinnamon. You can even add water because, of course, they actually some recommend 8 ounces of water, and you mix it all together. Drink it like that. You can even drink it throughout the day. But I
So
know.
how do you do yours?
Okay, so what I found was there was a recipe for just the 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar with a fourth of a teaspoon of baking soda, and I would just mix it up and let it will do the fizz thing, and it actually explains for you to let it come down before you drink it.
And it's organic
Yes.
apple cider vinegar with the mother.
Because
don't forget the mother. I don't know what the mother is.
No,
but
the mother has all the health benefits in it that
Yes.
you want, and
The mother.
because there is so much more benefits to this than just wanting to lose weight. Now, and that's another thing. I'm not suggesting this is a thing to lose weight. It has helped us lose weight, but it's because it's what it's done for us. So we started taking this. I started taking it actually for a few weeks, and I started to notice more of like I was noticing my appetite wasn't as big. Like I wasn't hungry a lot. That was the main thing I was looking or that I noticed, and then just not eating as much. Like when I sat down to eat dinner, I was full before my plate was even like normally what I would eat. It was like I can't even eat all of this, and so that was definitely a big thing for me. And then not really craving anything. Normally, I'd be like, I need a burger or I want pizza or none of that. Like that started to go away. And then I started to notice I was losing weight. I lost about 3 pounds, I think, at that time. Then that's when Todd's like, all right, sign me up. Where do I start? Well, and then
because she's always coming up with health remedies and stuff like this, and I'm just like, ah, God, there's another one, And then I got my brother, try cherry juice, and I try that, and that works good,
There's benefits for all kinds.
Yeah, I mean, so we have like a plethora of herbs and all kinds of stuff that are all kind of they
have something.
They all have like benefits, and they all like if you watch them on YouTube, they have like a lot of them have to they have weight loss, like testimonies.
Well, and I think
but none of those have ever worked on me. So I'm kind of like, I'm like, all right, now let's try this one. But she was really like feeling good, and she had lost some weight. So I'm like,
finally,
what the heck? And I remember a couple years ago, she made this concoction out of apple cider vinegar for a cold remedy, and it had like hot, like what was that? It was so gross, but it was like cayenne pepper,
honey, and apple cider vinegar and lemon juice.
Yeah, and that is amazing for cold. So I'm like, all right, here we go again with the vinegar, and I hate vinegar. I hate the smell of vinegar. Like if she'll clean the microwave out with vinegar and I walk in, I'm like, what is that? What are you doing? So I hate it. And so I'm like really kind of like reluctant to have another shot of vinegar. But anyway, so I started doing it. She was doing it. I basically started the same as her.
Yeah. So basically I was doing it based on what I found finally when I was researching and finding out how to put it together, all the ingredients. And so once you put in the 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar with a 4th teaspoon of baking soda, you kind of swirl it around, let it fizz. It fizzes up. Once it goes down, you can drink it that way. I actually add a little bit of water because I don't want it to burn, and I don't like how strong it is. So you can do that. Or like I said, you can even do 8 ounces of water and drink it. The main thing is you want to drink it 30 minutes before you have a meal. So for me, I have my first meal around 11 o'clock. So I'm having it at 10:30, and then I'll have my meal. Now, I will tell you, when you do that, you will notice that you will not eat a lot. You don't I'm not even hungry by the time it gets time to eat. I was actually having to make myself eat because it was suppressing my appetite that much. And
me too.
I felt like I was actually starving myself sometimes because I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to eat something. And then also because I would work out and do my little exercises that are on my lunch break that I'd have to, which were later, but I'd have to make sure I eat something before I do that. So yeah, I was making myself eat even though I wasn't hungry. So I felt like this is definitely healthier. And So basically, yeah, just 30 minutes before you eat. So then I was doing it again 30 minutes before I eat dinner. Um, Now you did yours a little
So
differently.
I do mine. I wake up, I do the shot in the morning, and I put cinnamon on top of mine because it's disgusting. It it does not get better. So I'm being honest with you. If you want to lose, I mean, look, I've lost 25 pounds in probably a month, and I do one shot in the morning, and I was doing a shot, and then oh, and they're friendly shots too because you're not like poking a needle in yourself, so it's a lot less violent. Um, so I do the shot in the morning, and I was waiting like a half an hour, and I had my coffee and whatever. Um, but recently, like I'm not even eating, so it's almost like intermittent fasting now, and then also I'm cutting carbs, um, and this has really helped me with my appetite and not craving carbs at all. Like
Same.
it probably took 2 weeks to kind of get over that, through that whole, whatever they call it, ketosis or whatever, where you're not craving carbohydrates. Um, but since then, I'm pretty much, I have to make myself eat. I mean,
Yeah.
I am not hungry, and I'm not. My stomach's not growling. I don't get anything like that all day, and I'm out working. As long as I have a water or something to drink,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
fine.
That's another thing. You will drink more water for
Right.
some reason. I mean, I know what it's just. It makes you drink more water, and so that is another thing I've started to do more is drink more water, which is good. So
Yeah. So it's and like the first 3 days of doing this, it will clear you out. I mean,
oh yeah.
it's a detox. So that's another thing that I really wanted to do, and we were looking up, talking to friends about detox and stuff like that, and I didn't even realize that this does that, but it'll clean you out really good. And since then I'm super motivated. It's changed my brain. I mean, because I am not thinking about food. I just want to lose my weight and get healthy. I like a
That's
90-day challenge or
that's
whatever.
that's the gut brain
Yeah, and
and that gut healthy.
I mean, it's this apple cider vinegar and the baking soda has made it really easy to get that motivation, and it's always been hard for me to motivate to lose weight. But once you start losing weight and you step on the scale every day and you've lost another pound or two, I'm like,
Not
let's
every day.
go.
I
Let's
wouldn't
go.
say you're losing a pound every day,
Well, I've
but
lost
I
probably 20. I when I started this, I was 257, and now I'm 235. So, and
okay.
that was before I was like, when I was like big, that was a while ago. I've been trying to like
Right.
eat
Well,
better.
everybody it's going to be different because even me, I've lost 5 pounds, and I was so excited because today was the day I lost my fifth pound, and it's been 2 weeks, or no, it's been about a month. Because what, 2 weeks for you, right? 2 or 3 weeks. It's been about a month that I've been
It's been a
using.
month for
Yeah.
me, I think.
Mm-mm.
No.
No, it's
Wow.
only been like a few weeks for you
Okay.
because I had been doing it before, a couple weeks before you, because that's when I started to notice difference after about a couple weeks. So yeah, it's been about a month that I've been doing it. So it's taken me
And in
a little bit longer to lose the
your
weight, but
defense,
it's
well, I've
working.
got
At
like
least I'm losing weight.
3 times the weight to lose. So I mean,
It's
that's
always
okay.
like that.
And I
It's
think
always like
guys
that.
lose weight faster anyway.
That,
But
or I just know between us when we did the other challenge years ago, when we lost all that weight together, you were losing weight, like, and that's what gets, it would make me feel like, well, kind of like, why am I not losing weight as fast?
Bastard.
And it was tough then because that was the first time we did like a weight loss challenge. And when you were losing weight so fast, I was like, how's it melting off of you? It's like, it's not fair. And then I would hear from a lot of people and I would read about it. And I learned that that's how it is for men. Apparently men lose weight faster than women. So then I was like, okay. And then I did lose my weight. It just came off a lot slower. Same now. Now I know that and I'm not upset about it. I'm happy that I'm losing weight. I was so frustrated not losing any weight. And I'm like, what is the deal? So yeah, I am very happy with finding this. And yeah, I am happy to share it if it helps others. Not only that, not even just the weight loss, it has so many other health benefits. And I feel like I'm feeling those benefits as well. Just like you were saying, you felt like you have clear the fogginess.
I don't have that fog.
Yeah, that's being lifted. You have more energy. I've noticed I have more energy. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I used to have to get through the end of my day. I had to have an energy drink or a soda, caffeine, something. I've noticed I've not had that. I've not had to feel like I need that.
I'm sleeping better too.
I can't believe that.
Yeah.
That was a big thing. And then the cravings. Oh my gosh. I mean, that goes back to like, I guess that's really what I believe is the weight loss thing, is that if you're not craving junk food, which I'm not craving junk food like I normally would too. That's another thing. Potato chips. Grab me some potato chips on the way home. That was another thing that was had a weakness for.
No, we haven't done that.
Yeah, I know. So it's like I don't
saves you money too.
I don't have those cravings for junk food. I don't have the cravings for sweets. I don't have the cravings for. I mean, basically, it's like, am I hungry? Okay, I think I need to eat.
Right.
And I eat healthy. I make better choices wherever I go now. Like I just look for the healthier choice. I try to eat at home mostly. But.
So that's what I was gonna say. This will save you money at the grocery store, not only because, so finally something that works for us is inexpensive. That bottle right there is probably $7.
Yeah, it's probably the most expensive one, which I prefer the specific.
The baking soda is like $1. So I mean that's $7, and that'll probably last us half a month. So you're talking $14, $15, $16, under $20 for both of us to do this. And it's something that we can, I don't know. I haven't really checked into how long you can do this for, but I don't see why it wouldn't be something you could do every day.
Okay, so
just gotta choke down a vinegar shot. I mean, it's
so the bottle that I get actually says daily you can take 1 to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar a day.
It's probably
now mixing the two. Maybe that's where they come up with like maybe you should be doing that, but still, I mean, it really doesn't make sense to not be able to do it. I have read into those, how often you should take it to, and it's not. I haven't found anything that. I mean, actually, there are people out there that will say that you shouldn't. There are people out there that say that's not good to mix the two, which it's just crazy. And I think the important thing is just don't go over the recommended dose. So if you're able to take 1 to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar a day, then that should be all you need.
I mean,
as long as you're not going over that, you're not going to hurt yourself.
We'll post the link. I'm not going to tell anybody what to do.
Yeah, no, there's plenty of things out there
they can look it up and find. I'll post the link for what we found, the page we found. And did you want to read the benefits?
Oh, yeah, I can.
But basically, it's like super inexpensive. It works great. It's got other benefits that stuff like Ozempic and semaglutide or whatever it is. They don't have extra benefits. And I'm not trashing them. I'm just saying it's natural. That is not natural. It's a medicine. And,
synthetic.
I mean, if it works for you, great. I know that a lot of people, with diabetes have been on that and it's changed their lives. So, I mean, hey, more power to you. But I couldn't afford it anymore. I can't afford $1,000 a month. So I can afford $20 a month for both of us. And that makes me feel way better.
Yeah.
So
basically, I just wanted to find something that we could do. That I'm always trying to find things that you could do naturally to heal or to feel better. So that's all I did. And when it started working, and then why not share it with others? If you're looking for something, you've been struggling, and
Yep.
try it. Or and if you are taking medication, I do want to suggest that you ask your doctor. If you are going to a doctor and you're on a medication, you do want to want to talk to them. Hopefully, they're all about still letting you try healthy alternatives, because some doctors aren't. I do know that. I've had both, those who aren't and those who are. So it all depends. But definitely consult your doctor, because I don't know how it would affect medications. I couldn't tell you.
Right.
But so one thing about this, the weight loss part of it, though, there are a lot of things out there there have been studies and there have been research that have done studies on people trying it for weight loss. What they'll say is basically it's supported because it shows to reduce appetite and increase your metabolism. So that's basically what the bottom line is for the weight loss thing. But all the other great benefits, I have
You want
one.
me to read mine? Or do you got them?
I have some right here.
Okay.
Okay, so for one, health benefits, starting with, okay, I did have it here. I'm trying to scroll through it.
So apple cider vinegar, appetite suppression and blood sugar regulation, improves digestion and gut health, reduces belly fat and bloating, boosts metabolism and energy, balances pH and detoxifies the body, natural antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties. That's just the apple cider vinegar. And then you got your baking soda that helps balance the body's pH and reduce acidity, supports kidney health and reduces inflammation. So that's two that do that. May improve exercise performance and reduce lactic acid buildup. Aids digestion and reduces acid reflux. And that I can attest to that, because I have bad acid reflux, and I take it before I go to bed, and I'm sleeping better. I don't have any heartburn or anything. So
you know what?
and then hold on, one more. Enhances the effects of ACV when taken in moderation. So that they complement each other. Okay. Did you know that? I didn't know that. What do you mean? They complement each other. It says right here.
Tell me what it says.
Enhances the effect of apple cider vinegar when taken in moderation. So it enhances the effect of the apple cider vinegar.
What does? Taking it regularly?
No,
I didn't hear you say anything about
baking soda.
Okay, I didn't hear you say that.
Yeah,
sorry, I missed that part.
Those are all the baking soda benefits I just read.
Oh, and when you add the baking soda to it, got it.
Yeah, that's what AI says anyway. So, or Chat GPT. But yeah, so there's a lot of benefits to it.
Okay, so I don't know did you mention this one? Okay, so it says like when you take it with meals, so say like when you're taking it before you have a meal, another good reason for that is it slows the absorption of starches and sugars from foods.
Okay, so that makes sense. When I was watching a video and Dr. Oz said that it helps for cheat day recovery.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go to the orange buffet for Easter lunch, after that you take your vinegar shot, and it will help you get rid of that.
Speaking of
General Tso chicken.
So this was probably before you started taking the apple cider vinegar or this concoction, but I was taking it. I don't know, but I do know it was a while back, and I was taking it, and we did go to Chinese buffet. It usually upsets my stomach right after I feel like I've eaten too much, even if I don't, and I'd be so bloated and so uncomfortable. But this last time, since after using this concoction, I didn't have any issues. It was crazy. I was like, and I had my sushi, I had my whatever I normally would eat, and I did not feel bloated. I did not feel ill. Like I didn't feel like I ate too much or that I didn't feel bad at all. Felt like I had a normal meal. I was like, okay,
that's awesome. Heck
I
yeah.
can get used to this.
Yeah, so now I got my brother and my niece doing it, and they're loving it. And anyway, it's good stuff. And I'm glad she found it because
yes, another thing that I've noticed,
getting desperate there.
Another thing that I noticed about myself too is I used to get stomach aches quite a bit after eating. Just it didn't matter what it was, and I know, and I do still actually. I always have to have that bag of the ginger chews.
Yep.
I'm like, I can't live without those things. I need ginger chews because my stomach gets upset all the time. I haven't had a ginger chew in I don't know how long. I've not needed one. My stomach has not been upset. And I mean, maybe it's because I'm not eating junk food. Maybe it's because I'm eating healthier. But I will say, I'm pretty sure it's this concoction.
Well, that's awesome. We might as well do our shot
All right.
live. But, well, while you're making it, I'll talk.
Well, yeah, and I was gonna say
because I don't want to play any funky music or anything.
So the whole thing about like when you take it, I think that all just depends on your lifestyle, like how you or what you're comfortable with. So going back to how I do, 30 minutes before a meal, that's what they usually suggest. Usually only puts me at taking it twice a day because I do the intermittent fasting. So, and then yours is because you take it right before you get up and then right before bed. I have read that there's research and studies that show that both are okay because it can help with digestion when it's taking it before bed. And then it can help in the mornings when you take that on an empty stomach before you have a meal. It's helping your microbes or whatever, all those stuff. It just helps to get your stomach ready for bringing in that food and breaking it down. So just wanted to say that. So you could do, we're going to share the links and you can make up your mind and you can go and research all about it, what you want to do, if you want to do it.
And if you want to watch us prove it to you, like and subscribe to the channel because we're going to do more videos on our challenge as we go. And I mean, we try to do like a podcast every week or so. So you will see the weight dropping off.
Follow along with us on our journey.
But yeah, follow us and hopefully you guys can chime in and leave us messages or comments and let us know if it's working for you, if you try it out, and hopefully it does, because we're pretty much sold on it. I mean,
there's the apple
it's
cider
amazing.
Vinegar.
So come June, I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna tear my shirt off and show you my. No, I'm just kidding. I'll never have abs, but I'll have like one ab, maybe.
1/4 of a teaspoon of the baking soda.
And it doesn't get better. But you know what? There's things in life that are very good for you.
You can probably see the fizz.
And they taste like
that's a lot of fizz.
We're gonna do cheers like we're doing a Jaeger bomb right now. It's like
would you like some water? I have to.
Nah, I'm a champ.
A little bit of water.
Maybe a shot of whiskey.
All right, that's just to dilute it, so it's gonna do more.
Oh, another thing you can do is what I do. Is when it's foamy like this, it's like Alka-Seltzer. I'll put cinnamon on top of it. So when I do the shot, she didn't bring my cinnamon. She's torturing me. When you do the shot, really all you taste is the cinnamon. It's kind of like apple pie. I don't know. That's what I try to tell myself in my brain.
Smell that though.
No, I don't want to smell it.
No,
I want to drink it and
just smell it. Just smell it. Trust me. Does that smell bad?
No, it's not that bad.
I'm telling you, it is.
It's really not that bad.
It's the best brand. It does not smell bad. It actually smells like apples.
And we're not going to tell you what brand it is because I'm looking for endorsements. I'm just kidding. Not really. I'm sponsored by apple cider vinegar.
I'll tell you if you ask.
Jeez, how old are we? Cheers.
Oh, cheers.
Yours looks bigger than mine.
I added water.
Oh, that's right. Okay. That's what she said. Yep. Ooh. Doesn't get any better. But you know what? I'm going to lose a lot of weight and feel better and be healthy.
No, it does make you burp.
Anyway.
All right.
Hope you enjoy this. Hope it helps you. If you have any comments or questions, leave them for us, and make sure you subscribe and follow us along our weight loss journey. We're doing it, and it's going to be fun. We got other stuff coming up too. We've probably got the most ADD YouTube channel on the face of the planet. Anyway, love y'all.
Bye.
Thank you. Happy Easter.